Let me introduce you to One America News. It's a conservative cable news channel that claims to be
your source for credible, honest, unbiased reporting from around the world.
But it's actually anything but that. OAN is part traditional news wheel.
Facebook announces a major deal.
Nancy Pelosi called Joe Biden the right man for the job.
Today marks National Jelly Bean Day.
And part right-wing commentary.
I would rather die of coronavirus a free person than live like a slave, the government engulfed in fear, panic, and no liberty.
With the occasional baseless conspiratorial video thrown in for good measure.
At least 40 members of the terrorist-linked White Helmets have admitted they staged fake chemical attacks to provoke retaliation against the Syrian government.
There is no credible evidence to support that claim about the White Helmets. So beyond irresponsible content and hard right commentary, OAN is probably best known for asking some of President Trump's favorite questions at White House briefings.
Go ahead, OAN in the back. OAN, please, OAN. OAN. Treat me very nicely.
Mr. President, your approval ratings have been the highest they've ever been.
Consider the term Chinese food racist.
Dr. Fauci has indicated your action in the Chinese travel ban helped America immensely.
Well, that's a nice question. Thank you very much. No, I don't think it's racist. I don't think it's racist at all. Well, I love whoever you're with. That's such a nice question.
One America News is the brainchild of Robert Herring, a multimillionaire tech entrepreneur who had no journalism experience before starting OAN in 2013.
One America is coming for you, Fox, and we're going to do it with class, dignity, and news.
Then in 2015, OAN hitched its wagon to the Trump train.
Trump's political views on key issues have remained remarkably the same for nearly 30 years.
OAN definitely is marketing themselves as a network that has the president's back. They became known for live streaming every rally that Trump held.
I think the strategy is to be Trumpier than Fox News. Do you disagree?
I do disagree.
Alex Salvi has a primetime show on OAN.
Yes, we are a conservative news network. Generally, we do favor positions that maybe a lot of conservatives would, which inherently lines up with what President Trump is saying. But I wouldn't say that we're trying to be foxier than Fox News.
President Trump praises One America News in a series of tweets today.
Tell me about how you view OAN's relationship with the White House, given the president's frequent mention of OAN recently.
Well, I would say that President Trump is a big fan of the network in general because we're a little bit more down the middle, a little bit more fact-based and straightforward than some of the other type of coverage that you'll see on other networks.
I don't think that it would be fair to suggest that all viewpoints are equally represented on that network. OAN is giving a very specific viewpoint, so you'll see them pushing fringier content. No one's actually, for the most part, watching this network. They're not going to catch mistakes they make, where Fox has a lot more eyeballs on them.
So OAN wants to have it both ways. A friendly relationship with President Trump and the veil of objectivity. That's why, for most of the day, the network airs short news packages like this.
Delta, the first U.S. airline out of the gate with earnings results, bled red ink.
But Reuters and the Associated Press are subscription fee services. Anyone can pay for the right to use their content. And interspersed among these pieces are reports told from a distinctly conservative viewpoint.
The White House press corps is littered with left-wing stooges and pseudo-journalists whose only reporting involves shouting loaded questions at the president while he's talking.
But it's not just news with a right-wing slant. OAN's coverage sometimes veers into debunked reports and outright conspiracy theories.
Linking the Wuhan coronavirus to a biosafety level 3 lab in North Carolina.
You know, the private investigator that came out, Rod Wheeler, he said that, Rich was maybe the one who had leaked the DNC emails to WikiLeaks.
So far in this series, we found multiple crimes in Ukraine the Bidens have committed.
Chanel Rion, who is billed as their White House correspondent, she has a long history promoting all sorts of conspiracy theories.
Rion has not responded to multiple requests for comment from CNN. But the questions that she and her colleagues ask at press conferences and briefings are often lifelines for the president.
Is it alarming that major media players just to oppose you are consistently siding with foreign state propaganda, Islamic radicals, and Latin gangs and cartels? And they work right here at the White House with direct access to you and your team.
It amazes me when I read the things that I read.
OAN as a network was expelled from the White House Correspondents Association in early April after violating social distancing guidelines. They are now only allowed at White House press conferences and briefings through an invitation from the White House.
I think that during these briefings, he's grilled relentlessly often by mainstream journalists. And so when he sees an OAN correspondent in the room, it's kind of like a lifeboat. He's not going to get a hard question. He's going to get something that portrays him as doing an amazing job.
OAN and Trump have a symbiotic relationship. One America lobs softballs, and the president raises the channel's profile. And during a pandemic, when knowing where to find reliable information has life and death consequences, this relationship can have dangerous results.